Good afternoon, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. Happy January the 1st. We are creeping into a year of what I am calling freedom. Because when we feel completely free, we can be. So, we have been talking about embodying this loving emotion. And when we are fully embodied within love, we are free. That's why I'm using the word freedom. Love of self gives us freedom to be expressive in a loving way so that we can truly be our authentic selves without the fear of judgment, without the fear of being liked, accepted, loved in return. We are being our true divine selves because we are in love with ourselves. When we embody love, we are also free to give more love. Again, that is why I have chosen freedom for 2021. We have all been cooped up, or the collective has felt secluded, separated. They have seen it as being confined. Nothing has changed in my 2020 year except my growth, except my perception, except that I have learned to love more. I have learned to give more. I have learned more about who I am by looking towards my past and loving everything that has taken place. 2020 for myself has been one of the greatest years for my expansion. And I have seen it with gratefulness. Now here we are in 2021 and we have a chance to continue on with our healing journey. But yet, we have a chance at finally learning to fly, trusting in our own wings to keep us afloat like a bird that just falls and is learning for the first time how to fly. They're not thinking. They fall and jump out of that tree and just start flapping, knowing that their wings are going to carry them. We have done this work from the year 2020 and of course our previous years, however long it's been that you have been working on your divine self. And now this year you are going to have an opportunity to reap those rewards. So I think in yesterday's video I mentioned that I saw an individual that was engulfed in all white. Now I want to talk a little bit more about that. We know that the spirit, and I know I mentioned it a little bit in that video, the spirit is pure white light, so bright that you can barely stand to look at this image of pureness, of light. And to really witness a divine being in its purest form is to be able to look within yourself and see that same reflection. I received upgrades yesterday Have they taken effect? A little bit. I still have some integration to go through. Now, I want you to keep in mind that when we do receive upgrades, there is definitely going to be a period of integration, which means that you may have a side effect, if you will, or you may even feel more energized, but you can also feel the exact opposite. There's no right and wrong here. Each individual person experiences their own type of symptom, side effect, association that pertains to only you. Okay? So because of 2021 being a year of true freedom, of self-expression, of more within all realities across the board, we are being upgraded in the form of vision. We have our two eyes, and we have heard the expression that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Because when we have our physical eyes and we are seeing from a more broader perspective, we are not only using our physical eyes, we are using our inner guidance, our inner vision, along with our inner heart connection, as well as your gut connection, your second brain connection, to perceive what is before us. People who can't see anything other than what is truly before them are the ones who are still within a limited mindset, don't truly believe in anything outside of them unless they can see it with their own eyes. We have definitely made this shift into expanding more of our inner vision that will enhance our physical vision. And so that's what I ended up seeing. The eyes were being upgraded. One eye appeared, the other eye appeared. Now, I mentioned in a long time video, let me see if I can go back. And I apologize for always doing this in my videos, saying let me go back to my videos. But I try to really make connections as best as I possibly can, even for my own self. But then I like to make sure that you guys know that what I talk about, I've already talked about for the most part. Okay, so I don't think I used it as an image, and that's what I thought I did. So let me see what the title of it is, perhaps. The Eye of Horus. And that was 2 weeks ago. It was during the eclipse, and I put a little tiny image on top of the eclipse image. So when we have the Eye of Horus, which is the Eye of Ra and Eye of Thoth combined, you have the right and the left eyes. One is sun related and one is moon related. One is masculine or the yang energy, and one is feminine or the yin energy. One helps with reason, more mathematics, the more logic, science, and language, and the other uses human nature, more emotions, the sexual energy, more intuition, and magic. When you have these two eyes combined, the spiritual eyes, inner eyes combined, what you actually get is the infinity sign, which is, of course, never ending. And that is what I saw. And I'm going to say back during the Lion's Gate, or kind of a little bit after the Lion's Gate, where Source gave me the infinity sign directly within my inner vision, as a sign of not only creating balance, but creating this infinite flow of creation. Let's see, and I was trying to give you a little bit of an update on regarding how I have been feeling. Sometime around last night, I ended up feeling as if I was bruised again, physically bruised. Like I used to compare it to being hit by a truck a long time ago when I had this type of sensation. It reminds me back after my accident, just completely bruised to the touch. So I felt that way. I also picked up on seeing more of the veil or the matrix or the energy like rays in my atmosphere yesterday. It became so significant that it was almost making me dizzy by the light rays coming in and being able to see that. So I did experience that last night. An inner ear type of ringing. I experienced that. Again, the hot flashes, extreme thirst. I had experienced a little bit of the back of the neck discomfort again, blurred vision. And I also experienced a more cooling and cool burning sensation along my breastbone. And that reminded me of the scripture in the Bible about being given the breastplate of protection. So I did have some tightness yesterday, of course, the bruising sensation, the body, slight body aches other than that bruising sensation. More like, again, those pins and needles or walking on eggshells type of sensations a little bit yesterday. Nothing that changed my mood, because I ended up becoming so aware of how my body was feeling that I was able to, I caught myself almost becoming cranky yesterday. So I did catch myself yesterday in that aspect of it. And so this morning I woke up pretty much in a good mood. And I have maintained that mood. I'm a little forgetful this morning or today, off and on, just being kind of out of it and spacey. Again, my vision is still compromised today. The orbs, or the orb that has now transmuted into a triple orb, has shifted almost towards the bridge of my nose. Now, if you have followed me throughout these, since the Lionsgate portal, then you know that it began as a single orb, and also that it ascends and descends. So it's at this descension area because it's nearly at the bridge of my nose, and I can only assume it's going to ascend again and make its way up to the upper yet outer corner of my eyesight, which means we're at a different level now. And we'll keep you posted on that. So, receiving the left and right eye upgrades, the inner vision upgrades. This also, again, like I already said, you are now at this point of being able to perceive from a much higher perspective than we previously have. Of course, because we have raised our vibration, we have reached higher dimensions, We have expanded more on the pineal and pituitary glands. We have united both left and right side of the brain. And I also saw the lions, okay, which this is funny now that I have been talking about the Lion's Gate due to my vision, or this orb in my eye, and the infinity sign. So when we think about the lion, of course, the lion is a very strong, very independent animal, yet they will still, from time to time, hunt in packs, okay? This is an animal that trusts its own ability. Very strong, independent, trusts what it's going to do, and knows that it's going to be successful. The lion can sit or bed down for a long period of time, and then when it's ready to feed, will go for that hunt, and knows that when it is going for that hunt, that he's going to be very successful in accomplishing that. So I'm understanding this pertaining to what this year is unfolding. Freedom, strength, independence, determination, the ability to still cooperate with a group, the ability to trust, have faith in the path, and allow ourselves the ability to spread our wings a little bit more. Many of us have already picked up our wings, our second set of wings. Our second set of wings are much smaller, for the most part, than our first set. We need the first set to help us along our journey because we don't trust ourselves enough. Just like that bird, you know, when they're small, you know, their wings are small. But when they grow, their wings, of course, get bigger with them. But, you know, we have to be the one to trust ourselves in the ability of being able to fly. That means that we can have a smaller set of wings for our form, and it's going to be stronger, even more so than our first set. So I hope that makes sense. And I haven't really thought much about this video today, so I like to work off of however things flow. I also received a scroll. The scroll is full of information. What that information is, it hasn't been revealed yet. And of course, what the information is going to be is in relationship to each of our individual path. As we get to a certain level, especially of perceiving at our higher level, being up here at this 12th dimension, or of the 12th chakra, we are perceiving much higher than, of course, third dimension. And which means that we can have pieces of our book, more information pertaining to our blueprint, and that's what the scroll is about. Full of information that pertains to you individually. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.